Hey everyone, welcome back to GoSpeakly English podcast. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for today's episode.
Hello, and I'm Daniel. Super pumped to be here with you all today.
And I'm Sophie. I've been teaching English for 9 years now, and honestly, one of the most common situations my students face is getting lost. Like, it happens to everyone, right?
Oh, absolutely. Even I get lost sometimes. And you know what's worse? Getting lost and not knowing how to ask for help in English.
Exactly. So today we're diving deep into part 2 of talking about directions. But this time we're focusing on that real moment when you're standing somewhere, looking around, and you have absolutely no idea where you are.
Yeah, that panic moment. We've all been there.
So whether you're traveling, living in a new city, or just exploring your own neighborhood, this episode is going to save you so much stress. We're going to teach you exactly what to say, how to ask for help, and how to understand directions when you're completely lost.
And trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll feel so much more confident.
Before we jump in, if you're enjoying our podcast and learning something new, do us a quick favor. Just hit that like button and subscribe to GoSpeakly English Podcast. It really helps us reach more English learners like you.
Yeah, and drop a comment telling us about a time you got lost. We'd love to hear your stories.
All right, let's get into it.
So, Sophie, let's start with the hardest part, admitting you're lost.
Oh, yes. A lot of people feel embarrassed to say they're lost. But here's the thing, it's completely normal. Everyone gets lost sometimes.
Right. So what's the simplest way to tell someone you're lost?
The most common and polite way is to say, "Excuse me, I think I'm lost." Simple, right?
Yeah. Excuse me, I think I'm lost. That's perfect.
Or you can say, "Sorry to bother you, but I'm a bit lost." Adding "sorry to bother you" makes it extra polite.
I like that. And what if you want to be more direct?
You can say, "Hi, I'm trying to find this place, but I'm completely lost." Completely honest.
Yeah, honesty works. Now, who should you ask for help?
Great question. Look for shopkeepers, security guards, people working at cafes, or even friendly-looking locals just walking by.
What about asking someone who's busy?
Good point. Always start with, "Excuse me, do you have a minute?" This shows respect for their time.
Oh, nice. So, excuse me, do you have a minute? I'm trying to find the train station.
Perfect. Now, let me give you a real scenario. Imagine you're looking for a museum, but you took a wrong turn.
Okay, I'm lost at a museum.
You see a lady at a flower shop, you walk up and say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for the city museum. I think I went the wrong way. Can you help me?"
Oh, that's good. I think I went the wrong way is super useful.
Yes, it explains why you're lost without making it complicated.
What other ways can we say we're lost?
You can say, "I'm not sure where I am right now." Or, "I've been walking around, but I can't find this address."
What about using your phone?
Oh, yes. These days, showing your phone is so helpful. You can say, "Excuse me, I'm trying to get to this location," and then show them your map.
Right. Or my GPS says I'm here, but I don't see the place I'm looking for.
Exactly. That happens so often. GPS can be confusing sometimes.
Yeah, it tells you you've arrived, but you're standing in an empty street.
So true. All right, here's another phrase. "Could you point me in the right direction?" This is a very common and natural way to ask.
Oh, I love that one. Could you point me in the right direction?
Yes, it's polite and not too demanding. You're just asking for a general idea, not detailed instructions.
What if someone doesn't speak English very well?
Then keep it super simple. Just say, "Where is," and point to the place name on your phone or a piece of paper.
Smart. Nonverbal communication helps a lot.
Absolutely. Body language, pointing, showing pictures, all of this makes communication easier.
Okay, so we've covered how to admit you're lost and ask for help. What's next?
Next, we need to understand the directions people give us. That's the tricky part.
All right, so someone's giving you directions. How do we make sure we actually understand them?
First rule, don't just nod and say, "Okay," if you don't understand. It's totally fine to ask them to repeat.
Yes. How do we ask someone to repeat?
You can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Or, "I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?"
What if they're speaking too fast?
Just say, "Could you speak a little slower, please? I'm still learning English." Most people will be happy to help.
That's true. People are usually very understanding.
Now, when someone gives you directions, they'll use words like left, right, straight, around the corner.
Yeah, those are the basics, but sometimes people say things like, go down this road until you see a big tree.
Exactly. Landmarks are super important. Listen for words like next to, across from, behind, in front of.
Right, so if someone says, it's across from the post office, you need to know what across from means.
Yes, across from means on the opposite side of the street.
Got it. What about next to?
Next to means right beside something, like the cafe is next to the bookstore.
And behind?
Behind means at the back of something. The parking lot is behind the building.
Okay, so landmarks and position words are key.
Exactly. Now here's a common situation. Someone says, go straight for about 5 minutes, then turn left at the traffic light.
Okay, that sounds clear.
But what if you didn't hear the 5 minutes part? You need to clarify.
How?
Say, sorry, how long should I walk straight? Or how many minutes straight?
Ah, good. Asking how long or how many minutes helps a lot.
Yes, time and distance are important. People might say, it's about a 10-minute walk, or it's just around the corner.
What does just around the corner mean?
It means very close, very near. Like, oh, the coffee shop? It's just around the corner.
So super close.
Exactly. Now, sometimes people use hand gestures while giving directions. Pay attention to those.
Oh yeah, if they point left, you go left.
Right? But here's a tip. After they finish explaining, repeat the directions back to them.
Really? Why?
Because it confirms you understood correctly. You can say, so I go straight, then turn left at the bank, right?
Oh, that's smart. So I go straight, then turn left at the bank, right?
Yes, and they'll either say, yes, that's correct, or they'll correct you if you got it wrong.
That's brilliant. What if the directions are too complicated?
Then ask for simpler directions. Say, is there an easier way? Or, that sounds a bit complicated. Is there a main road I can follow?
What if they start using street names you've never heard of?
That happens. Just say, I'm not familiar with these street names. Are there any big landmarks I can look for?
Good idea. Landmarks are easier to spot than street signs sometimes.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about a situation where you're still confused even after asking.
Oh no, what do you do then?
Don't panic. You can say, I'm sorry, I'm still a bit confused. Is it okay if I walk with you for a bit? Some people might offer to walk you there.
Really? That's so kind.
Yes, especially in smaller towns or friendly neighborhoods. People are very helpful.
What if they can't walk with you?
Then ask if there's a taxi stand nearby or if you can take a bus. Say, is there a bus that goes there or should I just take a taxi?
Smart. Sometimes it's easier to just grab a ride.
Exactly. No shame in that. Now, here's another phrase. Am I going in the right direction?
Oh, that's useful when you've already started walking.
Yes. If you've been walking for a while and you're not sure, stop someone and ask, excuse me, am I going the right way to the Central Park?
And they'll tell you yes or no.
Exactly. Or they might say, no, you're going the opposite way. You need to turn around.
Turn around means go back the way you came.
Right. Now let's talk about some common mistakes people make when asking for directions.
Ooh, this should be good.
Mistake number 1, saying, where is it without giving any context?
What's wrong with that?
Because the person doesn't know what it is, you need to say, where's the museum or where's Main Street?
Ah, be specific.
Yes. Mistake number 2, not listening carefully and just saying, okay.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
You'll end up more lost. Mistake number 3, being afraid to ask again if you're still confused.
It's okay to ask multiple people?
Of course, sometimes different people give different perspectives and it helps you understand better.
That makes sense. What about using Google Maps?
Google Maps is great, but sometimes it doesn't work or the location is wrong. That's when you need to ask locals.
True. Technology isn't perfect.
Exactly. Now, here's a cultural tip. In some countries, people might not say, I don't know. Instead, they'll give you directions even if they're not sure.
Oh no, that could make things worse.
Yes. So if you feel like someone is guessing, it's okay to ask someone else too.
Good tip. All right, let's do a quick role play scenario.
Okay, I'm lost trying to find a pharmacy. You're a local. Ready?
Ready.
Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I'm looking for a pharmacy, but I think I'm lost. Do you know where the nearest one is?
Oh, sure. There's one just 2 blocks down. Go straight on this road, and when you see the big supermarket on your left, turn right. The pharmacy is right next to it.
So I go straight until I see a supermarket on my left, then turn right.
Exactly. You can't miss it. It has a big green sign.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Good luck.
See? That was natural and easy.
Yeah, repeating the directions back really helped.
Absolutely. All right, before we wrap up, let's give our listeners some homework.
Ooh, homework time.
Your challenge this week is to practice asking for directions, even if you're not lost. Maybe ask a stranger where the nearest coffee shop is or how to get to a park.
Yes, the more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
And remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Don't be afraid to try.
Absolutely. Every conversation is practice.
All right, everyone, that's a wrap for today's episode on how to talk about directions when you're lost.
We covered so much today, from admitting you're lost to asking for help, understanding directions, and clarifying when you're confused.
Yes, and remember, getting lost is not a bad thing. It's an opportunity to practice your English and meet new people.
Exactly. So next time you're lost, don't panic. Just use the phrases we taught you today.
If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, subscribe to GoSpeakly English podcast, and share this with your friends who are learning English.
And don't forget to drop a comment. Tell us about a time you got lost, or share what you learned today.
We upload new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out.
All right, everyone. Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep learning.
This is Sophie,
And Daniel.
signing off from GoSpeakly English podcast. Take care and see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!